I think I have the live chat working too. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, for some reason I'm getting audio back out. Just cancel it. Megan, Gabby, Devin, Alex, and Jen. You can hear me. Okay, good. I'm hoping that you can hear me clearly. I have this little, maybe you can tell me if I fluff this little microphone here, if the mic is working. Yes. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay, I'm going to set up for class just really quickly, but please feel free to keep using the chat box and connecting. I don't know if you guys can see each other's chats. This is all super new. Yes to the mic. Thank you. Okay, so I mean, obviously, this is such a work in progress, and we are troubleshooting a lot of just the technicals of what it means to work and to teach in this way. So thank you so much for being here and for practicing and taking the time to do this. And of course, the feedback is super important. We need to make this the best experience it can be. Oh, I'm so glad the chat box is working. You guys, there's tons of folks here. Yes! Aw, from LA, Allie. Awesome. Hi, Katie. Awesome. Okay, I gotta get my stuff and take my shoes off. We gotta have yoga soon. What's that? I know. Here, let me look at the viewfinder to really see what is happening. We are adhering to the rules. I think Alyssa's coming too. Yeah. Yeah. Well, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Aw. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think the past, like, 3 or 4 days, too, definitely on our class on Saturday, I was like, I feel like what I'm doing is really dangerous, like this, like, yoga, speakeasy, rebel. Um, Elise is here. Yes, Dave is here, Elise. Some of your other magic schoolers are here. I think, you want to know what I was thinking though? I was like, it would be really cool to, like there's just sort of this time while we set up for class, we should have some of the magic schoolers do chaturanga demos to the folks at home, for the folks at home. How cool would that be? I'm sure they would appreciate it. Yeah, don't you think so? All right, let me test Zoom music. Hey, Anna. I wonder if there's just a place where it tells me how many people are here. Yeah, it says 19. Oh shit, did I just close a window? Am I going to teach class to 3 muffins that are just asleep on the floor?
You're gonna get about 60% out of me. Well, I sucked at my knee on this right, and like I've been, I don't know what to do with it. So. I mean, I feel my groin muscle when I walk like 25% of the time lately. So that happened, and I think it like transferred to my knee somehow, and I also like have been on a plane for 24 hours, so it's just I either need yoga or I like lean in or I like need a knee replacement. Unclear. No. For a while, it's been MMA. I'm scared.
Hey, Bex. You guys, Bex is here. Does anybody know anything about computers and why, like, for some reason, when I click onto the OBS application, it just takes me to a completely different screen? Like, I can't have...
Are there two windows in the same app?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can just roll with it. Yeah, I know, and I'm scared to, like, mess with any of it because I think... Hey, Rachel, they're talking. So I know that, I'm like, they're talking. They're talking to us, you guys. It's a little choppy. Yeah, I know, it's a little choppy. How about the microphone, though? How about the sound? Is the sound choppy, too? Ooh.
Wow, like who would have even thought of that? Like,
Yeah. Mic is coming in fine. The sound is clear. Okay, the sound is good. Okay.
yeah, let's go.
Bex, I have a microphone connected to my shirt. It is like a tiny fuzzy animal. So hopefully when I move, you will just come with me and the sound won't make a difference. But yeah, that was one of our main concerns last time after streaming the video, was the sound was just so inconsistent. All right, y'all.
Are we like freakishly too far apart? Like, should we be in frame more?
I mean,
is this like aggressive?
I think it's an aggressive 6 feet. I think you guys are really doing a good job.
Illustrate community.
It's like, yeah. I'm going to set things here for a minute. Awesome. Okay. So let's see. We're going to start class. And then when we kind of get moving into postures, I'm going to move the computer back to where it was, and we'll just kind of sit it there. It seemed like an okay angle for last time. Okay. Hi. I'm so glad we're here. Oh my God, I love you guys so much. Now I feel like I'm going to cry. This has been so intense. It's been so intense. I'm so glad we're here. Thank you so much for making the effort to come here and to look at the live streaming so we can continue to offer programming for our amazing community. Just so you all at home know, Dave and Tiff and Chelsea are here, three of our OG poser teacher extraordinaires. So we're all excited to learn just about this technology to make it the best possible experience we can for you all until we can get back to class together. So pretty much in class today, and for everybody at home, I know for me personally, like I just need to drop in a little bit. I need to settle into ground. I can't believe how busy I've been during this social isolation. Like I have been go, 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 go. And a lot of it has been really learning software and getting a lot of text and a lot of email and a lot of that stuff. So I think just taking this hour to be together and to just kind of drop into the felt sense and into the ground for a minute. Let's just kind of move some of this energy through, right? And the only other thing that I really want to say, especially just to all of us as practitioners, it's okay to be uncomfortable. I think that's one of the things that our yoga practice really teaches us is that discomfort and uncertainty and challenge, that's a very natural, normal experience that we all have. And as much as it feels like when we meet those experiences, it feels like we need to fix them or change them or that they're bad or wrong. I think maybe that's not necessarily true. And a lot of what these energies need in order to transform is just a lot of validation and a lot of compassion. So let's just kind of work with that today. Just a lot of presence, a lot of ground, a lot of validation, and a lot of compassion. So thank you so much for being here. Let's have a great class. So if you're not already seated, go ahead and have a seat. Go ahead and just give yourself a moment to land. And then for the few of us here at Dance Underground and for all of us at home, I'm going to ask us just to open the eyes and to take a moment to orient to your surroundings. Right. Some of you might be practicing at home or in a space that you've never actually done a yoga practice in before. So just take a moment to kind of let in the light and the objects and the colors. And then as you feel ready, if you like, you might close down your eyes or find a soft gaze down at the ground. And as always, it's, very foundational. It seems kind of simple, but it's very advanced at the same time. Take a moment to really allow yourself to feel the points of contact between your body and the floor. So whatever you're sitting, or however you're sitting and whatever you're sitting on, just take a moment to really notice that connection. And as you settle into your seat, right, really taking this very conscious moment to drop in, to slow down. See, just be curious if you can be in your seat, in your body, and at the same time, be in your environment. Right, so see if you can feel your seat and at the same time, notice the sounds of the room. The sounds of whatever kind of space you're in. And see if you can feel your seat and be sensitive to where you are in space, right? If your eyes are closed, maybe just imagining the space that you're in from memory. The space in front of you, the space behind you, side to side. And take a moment to be in your seat, but at the same time, be sensitive, right, to the energy of each other. Maybe there's people in your environment, maybe extending, right, your awareness of all the different people connecting from all their different homes and places that they're practicing. And I just want us to take a very conscious moment to remember that we're all here together. And cultivate just a little bit of warmth, right, and friendliness. As always, welcome all of yourself and each other into the space and into the practice. And let's begin uniting with the seed sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, prepare for Om. Big breath in. Breath out. And I would like for us to begin on the back today. So go ahead and lay down. I'm going to offer Supta Baddha Konasana, the reclined bound angle pose, as an option, bringing the soles of your feet together and your knees out wide. But just take a moment to kind of check in with your hips, your lower back, and go ahead and make your way into any shape that feels really comfy, right? It might feel better to keep your knees bent and the soles of the feet flat to the floor, and some of you might prefer just to lay all the way down. So just give yourself a moment to settle and land. I'm going to go ahead and drop the computer off over here and check an angle. All right. Okay. If you haven't already, you can maybe close down your eyes or find a soft gaze at the ceiling. But let's take just a few moments here just to get quiet and start to really listen to all the different aspects and layers of ourself. So, as we know, our physical asana practice is a wonderful physical practice. And we often come here for very physical reasons. So let's start there with your physical body. Take a moment just to notice whatever shape you're making, whatever pose you took or are taking, what's that like? Again, just scanning the points of contact between body and ground. You might notice places that feel heavy and rooted. And there's also going to be places that feel light and open. And take a moment just to observe the temperature of your feet, the temperature of your hands. And give yourself just a couple more breaths here just to explore. What else do you notice? I think this practice of observation and inquiry right away leads us to a very common truth that nothing is just one thing. Right? Seemingly very oppositional forces, sensations, experiences can and do exist inside of every moment, inside of every pose. Let's start to explore your energy level and your emotional tone, the more invisible aspects. Just because they're invisible or subtle always doesn't mean that they aren't super real and super powerful. So permission just to tap into how you're feeling. No expectation there, nothing to fix, nothing to change. What's the volume? What's the texture? And we're going to spend just a couple more moments here turning the awareness in on the intellect, the mind. Again, nothing to manage or control or change here. But see if you can just give yourself a couple breaths at least to detangle enough from the self-talk and the story just to be able to listen. I know for me, especially over the past week or so, the mind has been very loud and it's really working to fix and solve, right, and plan. And it's been loud. So all of that is normal, and in a lot of ways, it's helpful. But just for a moment here, see if you can start to notice the language and the tone of the thinking mind. Right, and as always, we bring the entirety of ourselves to our practice. So without trying to push the experience away or mold it into something different, I'm going to ask you now just to favor the awareness of your breath. And start to bring that little hug at the back of the throat. Ujjayi pranayam. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Let's do two more like that together. Inhale, Ujjayi. 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 And just continue on your own. Spend a little time here just being curious about the sound and the sensation. Notice how your breath kind of pushes and pulls on your body and your posture and gravity. And as always, this is the foundation of what we do here inside of a Vinyasa class. We move breath to posture. So if at any point during movement, if you need rest, if you need variation, if you need a moment to yourself, all of those things are right and good, right? But just do your best to really stay with your breath, right? Breathe with each other, even, at home. Do your best really to breathe with each other. It connects us in such a beautiful way, right? Move in and out of poses, however you see fit, right? All of that is always okay. Right, let's unite the breath all together. We'll find each other. Take that breath in. Open mouth, exhale. This time, seal your lips. Ujjayi, breathe in. Ujjayi, breath out. Good. Go ahead and bend your knees and hit your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, maybe a little rock side to side. Go ahead and keep your knees bent, soles of the feet flat to the floor. We'll do a supine pigeon here, supine figure 4, right ankle to your left knee. Right, let your back body be super heavy, right? Your head is heavy. And just notice if you feel inclined to invite your left leg closer to your body, you can interlace your fingers behind your left thigh or in front of your left shin, maybe give a little squeeze. Just a couple deep breaths here, right into the right hip. You might go ahead and keep this shape with your legs. Bring your arms out to a T beside you and drop the entire structure over to the left. Right? So you're twisting here. The sole of the right foot might hit the floor. Your head and neck might start to turn over your right shoulder. What do you notice now? Go ahead and start to gather your limbs back through center. It might feel good to give yourself a little hug, a little squeeze. Bring both feet back down to the ground. And then let's set that up for the other side. Left ankle to your right knee, right? Supine figure 4. Back body is heavy. You can invite the left leg in as close to your body, or right leg rather, right? As close as it feels appropriate and interesting. Right away, just listening deeply. Sometimes these more gentle movements or moments of stillness and softness, they teach us that, remember, things don't always have to be so aggressive or intense to be super interesting and effective. Bring your arms out to a T beside you. Drop the entire leg structure over to the right this time. Maybe the sole of the left foot hits the floor. You're always welcome to stack your knees or take a different twist. Let's find one more full breath in. Breath out. Start to gather your knees back through center. Give yourself a little squeeze. We're going to start to warm up a little bit here. Maybe start to rock the length of your spine up and down. Build a little momentum. Feel all the little bones in your back on the floor. Then as you're ready, we're going to meet in a tabletop position. You're welcome to just roll all the way up, or you might sort of push yourself over to one side. However you want to get there is fine. Right? Taking a moment to stack the joints, shoulders, elbows, wrists, get your hips over your knees. And just take a moment here to spread your fingers nice and wide and just kind of feel, right, that sensation of ground underneath you. And notice if you can kind of lean on it. Right? A moment to just kind of tap into that sense of support that is rising up to meet you. Right? It's going to hold you up. If you wobble, if you fall today, it's going to catch you. Right? And we'll start to warm up into the spine here. Inhale for cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat pose, press into the mat, dome the shoulders, gaze back at your thighs. Good, Ujjayi breath in, cow pose, arching the spine, spread the collarbones, open up through the throat. Exhaling, cat pose, doming, rounding back. Good, one more together, friends. Inhaling through cow. Exhaling through cat. Take a couple more rounds on your own. I'm going to encourage you just to close your eyes and to listen to your own body. It's going to give you information as to maybe where it feels sticky or tight, where it needs to move, where it needs to wiggle. It might ask you to make sound. It might ask you to take a big open mouth exhale or a sigh or bang out the tops of your feet. Next breath or so, take your time. We'll come back to that neutral tabletop position. Good. Go ahead and shrug your shoulders up and down your back. Bring your navel up and in. Take a deep breath in to tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press into the mat, hips up and back. Lots of free movement here as well. Bend your knees, pedal out your heels. Just give yourself a little space here to warm up into this big, strong posture. Right, feel inside of that ask of your body, that lengthening through the hamstrings. Maybe stretch out into the arches of the feet for a moment. Little cracks and pops are normal. There they are. Good. And let's take a couple breaths to refine, right? Root through your hands, your palms, your knuckles, your fingertips. You're using your hands as feet, so actively go ahead and press those hands down. Little softness in your knees for a moment. Let that slack kind of happen in your hamstrings. Refine the action of lifting the tail high up and back, right? You're upside down. You're in an inversion. Go ahead and shake your head and neck out if that feels good. Nice deep breath. And just be sensitive here. You're welcome to straighten your legs and drop your heels just as much as they're going to go. They never need to touch the floor. And it's also very early in class. Good. Inhale to shift forward for table pose. Hands and knees. You've been here before. Exhale for Balasana, child's pose. Toes touch, sink your hips back and pause. If you need to widen your knees a little bit to let your belly get nice and soft between your thighs, you can do that. Maybe kind of rock your forehead side to side. Give yourself a moment to kind of ground into this big hip opener. We're going to start to work into a little bit of a Vinyasa flow here. Child's pose to table to down dog and back. So follow me here. Inhale, shift forward for table. Exhale for down dog, tuck your toes. Inhale to table. Exhale, Balasana, hips back. Good, let's do it again. Inhale, pulls you forward to table. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, back down to table, find the earth. Exhale, sink the hips back, Balasana. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, shift forward to table. Exhale to down dog. Inhale to table. Exhale, Balasana. Inhale, shift forward, table. Exhale, down dog. Good, listen. Inhale, look forward, top of your mat. Exhale, step forward, Ragdoll Uttanasana. Spread your feet hip width distance, knees can be soft, belly is soft, head and neck is soft. You're welcome to maybe grab for opposite elbows, sway side to side, shake your head out, nice deep breaths. Yeah, you might stay or take an arm variation. If you like, you can interlace your fingers behind your back. We're gonna do this a couple times today, working a little bit into the chest, right, the shoulders, the heart, lungs. All right, step all the way inside of what you're feeling. Give it a big breath. Good, exhale, release. Take a moment to toe heel your feet to touch or thereabouts. Good, listen, inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step your left foot back to low lunge. So right foot is forward, drop down to your back knee, untuck your toes, and inhale for crescent moon. Lift your chest, arms up, and let's take a couple breaths. You might even just go ahead and bring your hands here to your right thigh. Let's gently bend in and out of the right knee just a few times. If you need to fold over your mat to create a little cushion underneath your left knee, that's always okay. Good. And take a moment just to settle. You're definitely balancing, so if you need to widen your base, do so. Let's take a deep breath in to reach up. Good, listen, exhale for cat lunge. Put your hands, hips up and back, and work to straighten your legs. Let's take a moment. Kind of set it up. You might need to sort of tent your fingertips here. Remember, as always, your legs are straightening. They may never get all the way straight, and the spine is rounding. Like you want to get your forehead on your thigh. It may never get there. Meet your own edges. All right, what's it like today? Let's give it a big breath. Exhale, Prasarita to the left, wide-legged forward fold. Right, you can bring your hands to the mat. You can bend your knees as much as you like. Maybe shake your head and neck out. Lots of decompression here of the lower spine. Yeah, maybe lunge or twist if you feel sticky or if you have a lot of energy, you just want to move and wiggle. Good, variations. Let's start to come back through neutral here. A little bend in your knees. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Good, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Right leg is going to step back this time for the lunge. And pause, drop down to your back knee and tuck your toes. Inhale for crescent moon, reach up and breathe. Right, a moment just to kind of assess ground. If you need to take up space, take up space. If you need to fold over your mat or bring a little something underneath your right knee for support, please do. But yeah, you can keep your arms up. You can bring your hands to your thigh. Let's just bend in and out of the left knee a few times. Having a little moment of conversation here in the hips, the big joints of the lower body, big muscles of the lower body. Let's give it one more big breath in. Good, exhale for cat lunge. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, hips up and back. A moment again, just to settle, to notice what you're asking. Where are you asking things to lift? Where are you asking things to lengthen? Where do I need to create more space for support? And then once you've kind of found the shape, right, where are the edges? Where are the edges of tension? Where are the edges of compression? Right, where are my energetic edges today? Where are my mental edges? And it's never about forcing this into a cookie cutter experience or pushing past those edges. It's just about tending to and noticing what is. Let's give it one more big breath. Exhale, Prasarita to the right, wide-legged forward fold. Again, just let's say 3 or so breaths here, not long, a moment to wiggle, to take a deep breath. Good, let's start to come back through neutral. A little bend in the knees here, inhale, halfway lift. Good, exhale, low lunge to the front. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Good. Take a moment here to choose your feet for sun salutations, please. Maybe toe heel your feet to touch or bring your feet underneath your hips. Nice generous bend in your knees here. Inhale is halfway lift. Lengthen your spine, pull the crown of the head forward. Exhale to fold, hips up, head low. Let's do it twice more. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Good. Go ahead and keep the bend on your knees and take a few breaths to unfurl your spine, rise all the way up to standing. And when you get to the top, just listen to what your body asks you to do. It might ask you to shrug your shoulders or to take a deep breath or to wiggle your toes. Just give yourself a moment to land and settle. Good. And then let's meet in Samastitihi, equal on all sides standing pose. Root through all four corners of your feet. Shrug your shoulders back. You're welcome to bring your palms to face the front, or you can bring your hands to heart center. Anjali Mudra. You might press your thumbs into your chest. A little gentle tuck of the chin. You might feel your breath on your fingertips. But I'm going to ask us just to spend a few moments here validating whatever experience it is you're having. Right, the felt sense experience of your body. Right, whatever sort of energetic or emotional tone you're processing, you might ask yourself, how do I feel? How do I know that that's how I feel? Right, whatever sort of mental chatter is going on up there, again, just observing it. Right, and as always, this is such an honest and courageous place. This is truly where the yoga happens. Right, so it's from this place, as you are, right, that we set intention. So just remind yourself why you're here. Why are you standing on a yoga mat? Why did you tune into this class? Right? Maybe a moment just to remember why you practice yoga. And holding that intention right in your mind. Welcome the sincerity of the student right into the heart, and we'll take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Good. Go ahead and release your palms down. You can flutter your eyes open. We'll start to work into our sun salutation A, first wave. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms up pose. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Hinge at the hips, bend your knees as much as you like. Inhale for a halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back for Dandasana, high plank pose, top of a push-up. Let's give it a moment, right? Not here long. And stack your joints, shoulders, elbows, wrists. Always okay to practice the posture on your forearms or your knees, now or at any time. But again, once you've chosen your variation, whatever shape you want to make, close your eyes and give yourself permission to feel it. It's never about what it looks like, right? It's never about what it's supposed to be. It's about stepping inside of what it is. And it is intense. It is challenging. It is uncomfortable. You don't have to like it. That's okay. It can be all of those things without being bad or wrong or something that you can't handle, right? Meet it with breath. Big breath in. Exhale, shift forward and lower all the way down onto the belly, right? How quickly things change. Untuck your toes, press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Lift your head, neck, and chest, and let's take a breath, right, to feel the back body light up and to feel the spine lengthen. Imagine you want to pull your heart forward and then up. One more, breathe in. Exhale, lower all the way down. We'll flow twice with breath. Inhale, cobra pose to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Good. Press your hands down. Inhale back up through tabletop. Exhale for downward facing dog. Good. Feel the ground underneath your hands. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, float, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, Dandasana, and pause. Just a moment here, right? You can always lower all the way back down to your belly like we did in Cobra, or this time inhale to shift forward onto your toes. Exhale, lower down halfway, elbows in for Chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Flip the toes, pull the heart forward and up. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good, pedal it out, take a couple breaths on your own. Now we're gonna flow through that very traditional sun salutation A in our Vinyasa class here a couple more times, breath to posture. As always, know that there's many good and intelligent ways to do this. Right? You can always skip chaturanga completely. You can take it from your knees. You can do low cobra instead of upward facing dog, right? Trust yourself and your body and your practice. They're always going to be your best teachers. Rest when you need to rest. Be creative when you feel inspired. Most importantly, breathe. Be yourself. Do your best. Here we go. One body, one breath, one entity for each other. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lengthen the spine. Exhale, chaturanga, step, jump, or skip it. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your hands down, inhale, look forward. Exhale, stop, hop, float, skip, stumble. We're all gonna go the same place. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Breathe it in. Exhale to fold, ride your breath down. Inhale, halfway, prepare. Exhale, chaturanga, step, jump, skip it. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. I'm gonna add on a little bit. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Good. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up. Good. Exhale, bring your hands to your lower back, kind of the top of your butt, and your fingers can face down or out. We're going to work into a supported back bend to really start to warm up the spine here. Right? Even though we're going to focus very much on the upper body, I'm going to encourage you to stay with ground for a minute. Root through your feet. You might engage your legs a little bit, a little lift of the kneecaps, a little warmth in the quadriceps. Let's talk Uddiyana Bandha. Bring the navel up and in and knit your ribs together. Right, from here, you can kind of just see what it's like to squeeze your elbows and your shoulder blades together. That might feel like enough. Some of you are going to kind of engage your glutes, kind of squeeze your butt together and start to push your hips forward. As you push your hips forward, lift the sternum, lift the chest. You might lift the gaze. Some of you are going to drop your head back. But wherever you're looking, right, as always, stay with the ground and your breath. Just for 3, lift back up in 2, and 1. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, take the breath. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Inhale for halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, it's different. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back, low lunge. Good, listen, inhale for cow lunge, dip the back knee, lift the chest. Exhale for cat lunge, hips up and back, we've been here before. Inhale for cow lunge, one more time. Exhale, forward fold, left foot steps up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your right leg back, low lunge. Inhale for cow lunge, dip the knee, lift the chest. Exhale, cat lunge, hips up and back. Inhale, cow lunge, one more time. Exhale to fold, step up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Good, listen, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms up, pose. Good, option to stay or exhale, baby back bend, cactus the arms, lift the gaze. Breath pulls you up, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, left leg steps back, low lunge with breath. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale for cow. Exhale, fold, left foot steps up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, right leg steps back, low lunge. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, back up to reach up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, Ardha, prepare. Exhale, chaturanga, step, jump, skip it, rinse it out. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Good, like a lion, breathe in. Stick your tongue out. Ujjayi. Ujjayi. Second wave. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Good. This time, bend your knees, sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Let's take just a couple breaths, set it up. Feel your body weight shift back, right? You can't see behind you, so I'm going to ask you to feel behind you as you sit nice and low. Lift your chest. Don't be afraid to stick your butt out. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, Dikasana arms. Just the arms come back behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Option to stay or interlace your fingers and pull your fists down. Good, nice deep breaths. I know that this is getting intense. That's like the nature of what it is. You might stay or come onto your tippy toes, practice your balance, and breathe. Just for 3, forward fold, shoulder expansion in 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop your heels, lift your hips, rinse the shoulders. Ugh. Good, inhale, halfway lift, reset. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back to lunge. Drop down to the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, crescent moon, reach up. Good, exhale is Dikasana arms. Just the arms come back behind you. In a moment, just to kind of lengthen, feel that length, maybe all the way from your left knee, good, to the crown of your head. Our inhale is a high lunge with a hands to offering. So engage your back leg, tuck your toes under, take a breath in, and reach forward. Good. And just take a moment here to pause. I'm going to call this posture hands to offering. One of my first yoga teachers, V, if you're watching, shout out. That's what she called this pose. And everything about this pose is intense AF. So just a moment to find your stability. You're firing up big muscles of your lower body, so just know that that's the nature of the action. If it's challenging, you're not doing something wrong. You're just engaging in challenge. Reach your fingertips forward. Take one more breath in. Good, listen, exhale, open twist to the right. Just the right arm comes behind you, right? And take a moment to settle. Right, as you twist open, your hips are gonna wanna come with you. So this is a balanced challenge. That's why we're doing it. You can stay or inhale to exalt. Right arm down, left arm up, lift the chest, but again, stay with the earth. Beautiful. One more big breath in. Exhale, low lunge, cartwheel your hands, frame your right foot. Let's find the breath. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, forward fold, left foot steps up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana, listen. Exhale is prayer twist to the right. Hands through heart center. Bring your left elbow toward your right knee. And give yourself a moment to settle, to sit low. Bring the navel up and in, the Uddiyana Bandha. And then really press your hands together to leverage that twist, right? That opening of the right rib cage. Good. Ujjayi Pranayama, just for 3. Forward fold in 2. And 1, release it into a forward fold. Spread your feet hip width distance or wider. Nice big bend in your knees here, right? Padangusthasana, big toe hold, 2-piece fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale to fold, bend your elbows, pull. Give yourself a moment to relax your head and neck. Nice deep breaths. Toe holds, go ahead and release. Toe heel your feet back to touch. Inhale for a halfway lift. Good, exhale, plant your hands, step your right leg back. Low lunge. Drop down to the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, Dikasana arms. Arms pull back. Good, in a moment just to pause. We're gonna do this action quite a bit in our flow. So this is your exhale. Inhale is a power move, right? Tuck your toes under, engage your back leg. Inhale, hands to offering, lengthen out. And give yourself a moment to settle. Get really present and curious about what you're doing and how your body is balancing and what it's asking of you in order to do that. Do you need more space? Maybe today is a day where you're just gonna keep your knee down and draw a little bit more support from ground. Right, length is the name of the game here. So I'm all the way from the right heel to your fingertips, right? Find space. One more breath in. Exhale, open, twist left. Left arm pulls back. And notice, right, when we twist our shoulders, our hips are gonna wanna come with us. Right, so a moment to root down, option to stay here and practice, or left arm down, right arm up to exalt. Right, to find that lift of the sternum, but to feel the root of the ground. Let's give it a breath. Exhale, low lunge, cartwheel your hands, frame your left foot. Breath, inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, forward fold, step up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce. Exhale, prayer twisting to the left, hands through heart center, right elbow toward your left knee. Right? And again, just a moment to kind of settle in. At our fierce pose, often referred to as the chair pose, in some traditions is called the awkward pose. And this is definitely like a variation of a very awkward pose. So just remember, it's okay to feel awkward. It's okay to feel uncomfortable, to feel uncertain. That's a normal human experience that our yoga practice definitely prepares us for. Because you got this, right? Give it one more breath in. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Spread your feet hip width distance. Again, let's take a Padahastasana, so the hands to feet pose. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Imagine you want to step all the way onto your palms here. Okay. And once you kind of come into that squat to get the palms underneath the feet, if you feel like straightening your legs a little bit, you're welcome to do that. Oh man, it looks like the connection cut out. I wonder if it's working. Okay, go ahead and release your grip. Toe heel your feet back to touch. Inhale for halfway lift. Good. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga, step, jump, or skip it. Inhale is up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Good, go ahead and come into Balasana. Let's take a couple breaths. All right, it seems like things maybe cut in and out for a minute, but it seems like people are still here and still watching. If you are here and if this video is working, why don't you give a little chat here, or a little moment to let us know in the chat box while we're on this little self-care break. Have a little water, find some breath. How are you guys doing? Awesome. Yeah, it's so fun to be here with you guys. All right. So yeah, as you feel ready, give yourself a moment. Child's pose, a seat. Give yourself a moment to close down your eyes. Let's just tap into the breath. We're going to do one more standing series on the right and the left, and then we're going to take it down to the ground. So we'll work to just have like one more little final push of sort of yang energy, and then we'll start to really slow down. But I encourage you just to check in, give yourself a little snapshot of your experience, this very unique and personal reality, right, that only you can know. My teacher always talks about, she teaches mindfulness, and it's said in the, Buddhist tradition that the sort of, I guess, side effect, if you will, of mindfulness is compassion. And I've been sitting with her for years, and it's only recently that I really realized that, yeah, this willingness to be present to what is happening without trying to fix it or change it, that truly is unconditional love. That truly is a beautiful, compassionate presence. And it's amazing to learn how to give that to yourself. So just remember that you're here, you're awesome, you're doing it. Please push and pull on this invitation of class in any way that feels most appropriate. Rest when you need to rest. But we're going to finish this up all together super strong. Let's take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Good. Press back, downward facing dog. Give yourself a moment to kind of wiggle it out. Your strong, powerful muscles, bones. We're going to create some shapes. We're going to move some breath. All right, let's finish this up all together. Here we go. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, step, hop, float, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose, and pause. Identify your right foot. That's your standing leg. Let's take the breath in. Exhale, full Dikasana. Bring the left leg way back behind you, shoulder blades squeeze together, right? And breathe. We're practicing balance here for a reason. It's okay to wobble. We're gonna do it a couple times. Take one more breath. Good, inhale, Utkatasana. Left foot steps down, reach up. Left foot stays on the ground. Exhale, full Dikasana. Kick the right leg way back and breathe. Let your body find it. Let it fall. Pick yourself back up. Good. Inhale, Utkatasana. With breath, exhale, full Dikasana. Left leg back. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, full Dikasana. Good. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, left leg steps back, low lunge, come down to the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, Dikasana arms. Inhale, hands to offering, engage the back leg. Exhale, open twist right. Good, different. Inhale for warrior two, Virabhadrasana. Open up, settle in. If you want to bend in and out of your front knee a few times, you're welcome to do so. And this is really one of the only times we're going to be in this posture in class today. So a lot of us do this posture every single time we practice yoga. Maybe just be curious about it like it was your first one. Notice what you're asking your back leg to do, nice and strong, rooting through that left foot. Right, hinging at the knee here, that fierce focus over your front middle finger. We'll stay for one breath in. Exhale for side angle, right arm down, left arm up. And again, a moment to pause, elbow to knee, elbow inside of the knee. All of these things are right and good. It's a structured, strong, standing, twisting pose, right? So see if you can imagine you want to roll your heart up towards the ceiling. Good. Ujjayi pranayama. Good. Let's have the next inhale pull you up to a high pyramid. Straight knees, palms touch. Breathe in. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Good. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, cat lunge. This time, inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, forward fold, step up. Good. Spread your feet hip width distance, maybe a little bit wider. We're going to come into a malasana, a frog squat. And just do your best. We're not here long. Come into like a nice low squat. And if you need to keep your butt up, keep your butt up. But if you can let your whole sort of pelvic bowl and your sacrum, that big triangular bone at the lower back, just kind of root and get heavy, go for it. You can use your hands together, right, to kind of help assist the opening, right? The external rotation of the thigh bone. We'll stay just about 3 more breaths. Maybe close your eyes. Good. And go ahead and plant your hands, lift your hips up, toe your feet back to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, right leg steps back, low lunge. Inhale for a crescent moon, reach up. Exhale, Dikasana arms. Inhale, hands to offering, reach up. Exhale, open twist left. Good, here we go. Inhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana, open up. Good, and give yourself a moment to settle and to land, right? Yeah, and bending out of your front knee, give yourself a second to sort of find that fierce warrior archetype. Good. And that fierce focus over your front middle finger. And we'll stay for the breath in. Exhale for a side angle. Left arm down, right arm up. Right? Find your pose on this side. Right? Honor differences. Most importantly, look for ground, for root, and trust that that ground and that strength is going to support these creative actions of twisting and bending and opening. Ujjayi. Good. Let's let the next breath pull us up to high pyramid, straight knees, palms touch. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Inhale for cow lunge. Exhale for cat lunge. Inhale for cow. Exhale, fold, step up. Good, spread your feet hip width distance. We're gonna come back into that frog squat. If you have a block at home or if you need to put a stack of books underneath your butt, that's fine. All right, but from here, press your hands together. You're welcome to stay and just kind of breathe into this. Or maybe bring your right hand in front of you. Imagine you wanted to get the sort of crease of your wrist right in front of your right toes. Nice long spine, reach your left arm up and open to twist. Good. Let's do that on the other side. So reach your left arm in front of you, help it kind of push the thigh out and open. Crease of the left wrist works to the front of the toes, and then reach the right arm up and open. Good. We'll come back through center. Go ahead and plant your hands, lift your hips up, toe heel your feet back to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, reset. Exhale, fold. We'll finish it like this. Bend your knees, sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce. Exhale, interlace all 10 fingers behind your back and pull your fists down. Option to stay or spike your heels, breathing for 3. Forward fold, chest expansion in 2. And 1. Drop your heels, rinse your shoulders. Release it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant your hands, step, jump, or skip it. Last one. Inhale is up dog or cobra or something like it. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take a full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Cool, go ahead and bend your knees. Let's come all the way down to a seat. Bring your legs out long in front of you. You can bend your knees as much as you like here. Maybe pick your butt out up from underneath you. We'll take Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Big breath in to reach up. Exhale to fold. Good. And take a few breaths. We'll start to slow down. Great. Okay, go ahead and lift your chest. And bring your left, bend your left knee. We're gonna just work a little bit of action in the hip here for a minute. And also the streaming is working. I thought it like pooped out and it didn't. So everyone's like, it's still working, it's still working. So we're doing good. I was like having a panic attack. Okay, so right leg comes out, bend your left knee in like a tree pose, right? From here, before we do any fancy business, let's go ahead and just bend over the right leg just for a couple breaths. Cool. And go ahead and come on up. I'm gonna work a little bit here into the outer edge of the hip with a sundial posture. So make a little basket with your hands, bend your right knee, and work to place the sole of your foot in that basket. Right, and as always, it might feel good just to kind of turn the thigh bone in the hip socket. This is such an incredibly important range of motion for us as bipedal creatures, so just taking the time to do a little internal massage on the joint is a great place to stay. Maybe you start to kick your foot forward. All of those cat lunges that you did kind of prepped you up for this, but you do not need to get your leg all the way straight. Maybe you stay, or maybe you bring your left hand to the top of your foot, the outer edge, like you were grabbing kind of your shoelaces. And then bring your right hand behind you like a little kickstand. Right, this is a lot. You might just stay here or might start to kind of pull the right foot over to the left. Nice deep breath, a little bit goes a long way. Ooh. All right, go ahead and bend that knee and let's extend the left leg out long. You might turn your chest over your left leg and bow forward. Couple breaths here first. Good. Go ahead and lift your chest. We'll make that basket with the hands and then place the sole of the left foot in the basket. Give yourself just a little moment here with your left hip. A little compression. Maybe you stay, maybe you start to extend that left leg forward. Woo. Maybe you bring the right hand to the top of the left foot. So grab the outer edge, then bring your left hand behind you like a kickstand to support the spine, to lift your chest. And you can gently pull the foot over to the right. Nice and gentle. Big feelings. A little bit can go a long way. Good. Go ahead and bend your knee. You might just go ahead and grab both of your feet. Let's come all the way onto the back. Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. Give yourself a moment to rock side to side. And we'll set up for one back bend. I'm going to cue us into bridge, but if you are a wheel person, or if you have wheel in your practice, or if that's something that you're working on, you know, you're prepped up to do it, and that's a great option as well. For bridge, bend your knees, soles of the feet flat to the floor, and feet are hip width distance. It's the same in wheel, so give yourself a moment just to set up your foundation. Now imagine you wanted to really glue your lower back down to the ground, so kind of tuck your tail. Right, and then from here, start to kick your feet into the floor to lift the hips up. Good. Nice. And give yourself a few breaths. For those that are taking the bridge, I want you to feel your chest come up towards your chin, and then discern if you want to sort of move your chin just gently away from your chest. Wheels, feel the earth, keep pressing into it. We're going to stay for 3. Wheels, you're going to tuck your chin in 2. And 1, go ahead, gently tuck your chin, slowly find ground, right? Find the spine, find the sacrum, let everything come down. And yeah, listen to your body. You might want to hug your knees in, you might want to rock side to side. You might have a big wave of energy come up that wants you to sigh really loud or yawn. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and bend the knees in at the chest if they aren't already there. We're going to finish it out with just a very simple supine twist. Let your knees drop over to the left. All right, arms can come out to a T beside you. Head and neck might look over the right shoulder. It might feel good to close down your eyes, or if you want to keep your eyes open, find one thing to gaze at. Something that I've really noticed with the screen time, especially over the past couple days, when my eyes are just darting around everywhere. And one really great way to help your mind relax is to steady your gaze. And gently bring your knees back through center. Let's drop them off on the other side. Gently bring your knees back through center. Maybe wrap your arms around them. Give yourself a nice good squeeze. Maybe bring your forehead to your knees, and one last time, all together as a class, as a community. All right, let's take a big breath in. Exhale, Shavasana, final rest. You can lay all the way down. You might like to come onto your side or your belly and give yourself a moment just to make yourself comfortable. And as we settle in, we're going to spend just a couple minutes here of conscious breathing. I want all of us to give ourselves a lot of permission for 2 minutes to just be. No expectation, nothing to become, nothing to do. Give your body space here to process, especially all of that vigorous movement, and you asked your cardiovascular system to do a lot, and your lymphatic system, and your muscular and your skeletal system to really kind of kick a lot of things up and move it around. So kind of let things kind of land back into their place. Start to scan the points of contact between body and ground. Inhale, feel your belly rise. Exhale, feel your belly fall. Inhale, feel your belly rise. Exhale, feel your belly fall. And stay with that. Right, gently, compassionately, a little bit longer, and I'm going to call you up and out when it's time. And you can begin to invite a deeper breath. It might feel good to bring a little bit of movement into your fingers and your toes. If you like, you can give yourself a little stretch. Maybe stay on your back, maybe rock onto either side, but just give yourself a moment to pause and to land right inside of this moment. I want you to very much acknowledge your work and to send yourself a deep wave of appreciation and kindness for taking the time to take such good care, right, of yourself. And just a moment to acknowledge all the other people that joined us in this practice, in this community, in this togetherness. And when you feel ready, you can press yourself up to a nice tall seat. And we'll close out class together. I'll go get the computer so we can all be together. I wonder if I just face this way, if they can see everybody in the mirror. I don't know. I think maybe if I just do this. Okay, I can see all of you guys. So let's just get in close so we're all in the frame. Well, 6 feet away close. Just kidding. We're fine. All right, let's go ahead and fold hands. Am I in here? I'll go over here next to you guys. All right, there we go. We'll take a moment. If you like, you can fold your hands at heart center. Right, as always, inside of our yoga practice, this hand gesture is called Anjali. It represents non-dualism. This idea that all seemingly oppositional forces can and will come together in the compassionate center of the heart. Left and right, above and below, you and me, beginning and end. I know that I want to extend just my deepest gratitude to all of you here in this room, but of course, those online. I know everybody in this room also wants to probably extend that gratitude to everyone online for showing up and for being a part of this community and working to sustain it. So, in just a lot of humility and gratitude, I'm going to bow forward to say Om Shanti, peace. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. We really hope that that worked. Thank you for coming in for practicing and for learning how to live stream. You'll find more of these classes streaming, and we'll keep practicing and keep things together. I'm going to hold up my Venmo information. So if you can please donate, just know that that keeps my life sustaining, and the rent, which my landlord also like really needs. So all of those things are real and true. If you have a little, give a little. If you have a lot, give a lot. Let's just keep a good thing going. And yeah, thanks for being here. All right, appreciate you guys. I can't figure out where the camera is. It's like backwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It took me a while to realize like what side of the room I was on. I was like, where?
All right. Thank you, everybody. I'm so excited that so many of you were here. I'm going to look at the chat box really quick. A lot of you, I think you checked back in, like maybe when I asked if it was working. It looks like a lot of people said still here, still working. So that's so great. I'm so glad you stuck around. And just know that, yeah, we're really working to kind of just improve the overall, I guess, quality and experience of these classes online. But I just appreciate you showing up so much. Like, what's going to keep us together through this is consistency and showing up and just making it work. And I think in a lot of ways, this is actually kind of bringing a lot of us back together that haven't been together because of distance. So I appreciate all of you coming in from California, New York, and all those other amazing places. New Orleans was here. That's so rad. I'm just like so grateful. Thank you so much for being a part of Posers and for continuing to be able to offer yoga in this kind of way. So this is so intense and so hard, but I'm just like so appreciative of all of you. So I'll keep you posted, and we'll get another class tomorrow. Greta's teaching. We got our POC class tomorrow. Cindy's teaching.
Yeah.
And Alyssa is teaching tomorrow night. So I know all of our teachers are just going to love to see you guys lighten up here online. So, all right. Thank you.